Alright, hello, here we go. We are going to make a pastrami. And what we have here is our brisket. Nice little flat, about 5 pounds worth. Now, when you get a brisket, when you cure it, it becomes corned beef, which then you steam, and it's a British-Irish dish. When you take that corned beef and you rub it with spices and you smoke it, that's when it becomes pastrami. And we are making pastrami. What I have here is the cold injection brine. We're going to stick all the ingredients in there gently, and we hope they all make them in. Okay, then we're going to give it a stir and keep this boiling. And what we want to do is all these ingredients just start releasing their volatile oils and their flavors. And that looks awesome. And then don't forget the bay leaves. And once they come back to a rolling boil, I'm going to cut this off, put the lid on, and just leave it there for 2.5 hours until it comes back to normal temperature, and then strain the solids out. Which we are going to utilize, it has the curing salt in there, to inject the muscle tissue of the pastrami so it cures all the way through. And this is my handy dandy kitchen injector. So what we do is we just stab the muscle like so, and we gently, because we don't want it to squirt out, and you see the meat puffing up, we're going to inject the meat all through it and get that nice brine all through the tissue. Now for the rub, this is the ingredients that we are going to mix up in that bowl. We have the Morton's TenderQuick, which you can find at any grocery store in the salt aisle. We got the sage, coarse ground black pepper, ground coriander seed, granulated garlic, more brown sugar, and hot paprika. So here we have the brisket that's been nicely injected. You can see it's all nice and puffy. And yes, that was quite a large volume of injection I made. I had forgotten that I wasn't using a full packer brisket, and I made enough for that, which is usually 13 to 15 pounds. We just have the flat here, but no worries, it stores in the fridge indefinitely. Now what I have here is a rub. Again, I've made enough for a full packer, but we're going to rub the brisket nicely on the outside, and it has that combination of flavors. And again, it also has the Morton's TenderQuick, which is the cure. Alright, so here's the brisket. We got it in a Ziploc bag. I'm going to put it in a pan, maybe put a little weight on it to keep the rub pressed against it. And it'll stay there for 4 or 5 days. Alright, 4 days later, this is the morning. The brisket comes out of the fridge, and it goes into a sink of cold water to soak the TenderQuick and the cure off it. It's going to soak there for an hour with 3 to 4 changes of water, and then we're going to rub it. We're going to add the rub, which is the exact same rub as a curing rub, but without the TenderQuick. We're going to rub this in nicely. I got the coals going in the smoker, and it's going to go in there for about 225 with hickory and charcoal chunks. Alright, here's a pastrami being cut. Look at this tender juiciness, and oh my goodness. So tender, so juicy. This is pastrami, homemade from scratch. Look at that. Beautiful pink color. That pink color comes from the TenderQuick, the curing, and that's what makes pastrami pastrami. Oh my goodness, the smell of the coriander, the thyme, the sage. Beautiful. Let's take a slice. Look how soft it is. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. That is so tasty. Beautiful. We got the pastrami sandwich, the Swiss, the meat and the sauerkraut with a kosher dill, some kettle cooked potato chips, and of course we got some beer going on. That is delicious. What a wonderful sandwich. Thanks for watching, people. This is the way to eat.